Australia is many things to many people. But whatever your story, we've all been touched in some way by our unique landscapes. Whether you're in the middle of the wilderness,
Oh my gosh.
or in the heart of the city. In this series, I'll be walking across this country,
Breathe it in.
revealing new stories every step of the way,
I come here to get homesick.
meeting locals and experts,
This is bloody gold.
first Australians
She was taken from her country.
and new Australians.
Smile. Beautiful.
Yasu.
Yasu! I'll discover new things about places we think we know.
So this is where you got sent if you were a naughty boy.
Oh my God. There are some things we can only discover when we ditch the car and take it slowly. This time I'm heading to the nation's capital
Look at how she covered my mistake.
and discovering it's full of incredible surprises.
This is a special place to me.
I had no idea this existed.
So join me. My step counter is going into overdrive, but you can just sit back and enjoy the views.
Just stunning.
Or maybe you'll decide to follow in my footsteps. I'm Julia Zemiro, and this is Great Australian Walks. Today, I'm on Ngunnawal country in the Australian Capital Territory. Canberra, our nation's capital, a place where momentous decisions are made every day. But for those who live here, it's so much more than that. Amazing bushland, cycling, this amazing lake. What now? I'll be walking about 11.5 kilometres, starting on the northern part of the lake at Black Mountain Peninsula. I'll make my way over to Commonwealth Park to walk in the footsteps of one of our most renowned Prime Ministers. Before heading to Australia's biggest instrument, the National Carillon. I'll then cross over Lake Burley Griffin to check out the sculpture garden at the National Gallery of Australia and visit the Aboriginal Tent Embassy before finishing back on the shores of the lake. Oh, I just love walking here. And I have walked here before, but in very short bits, because when I'm in Canberra, it's usually to work, and you'll be at a hotel somewhere and you just jump on this path and do as much as you can. And I always enjoy it and I think, oof, I want to do more. Well, today that's the gig. Just walking. Meeting with friends, but walking. Amazing. I've always had a soft spot for Canberra. As a kid, we used to visit a family here who had a beautiful patisserie called the Croissant d'Or. And so many afternoons in their kitchen making pastries, chocolate clogs filled with truffles. I mean, a child's heaven. I love Canberra. I won't have words said against it. Later, of course, in your teens, at high school, you do your trip to Canberra. And what memories we have of those trips to Canberra, where you do learn, of course, that Sydney and Melbourne kept fighting over the right to be the capital of Australia. And look, so much fighting, it was decided if you two can't decide who's going to get that toy, well, then we're just going to make a whole new city from scratch, which is what they did. And this lake is completely from scratch. And that was the idea, to put a lake in the middle of farmland, whole new city. Worked. When I think of walking in Canberra, I do get flashbacks to John Howard. Remember he used to do walks in his tracksuit? So I wondered, were there any politicians today who like a bit of a walk around the lake? Well, he's not a walker, he's a runner. And he likes to run. And he was also a former Wallaby captain. Oh yeah, independent MP, Senator David Pocock. Having migrated from Zimbabwe to Australia with his family as a teenager, David went on to have a stellar national and international rugby career. After retiring from sport, he entered politics, and in 2022, he was elected to the Senate. Thank you for meeting me here, David. Before you came to Canberra and rugby brought you here, what was your perception of the place?
I moved to Canberra to join the Brumbies, the rugby union team here, and had only ever been in Canberra for a couple of days to play against the Brumbies. And you stay in the city, you don't really get a feel for the place, and probably bought into the whole narrative of Canberra just being boring and nothing here. But after moving here, just fall in love with it. It's such an amazing place to live.
And was that a gradual discovery? Because I think when you live somewhere, you start to go, hang on, did you seek it out, those different bits? Did you find the places to walk, or?
Yeah, it didn't take long. My wife and I decided we'd spend the first, as long as we could, like tourists. Like every weekend we were going to attractions, or looking at the list of best walks and doing them. And it didn't take long to realise, wow, this is an incredible place to live. Access to nature. A lot of people getting out and walking, running, riding. For me, the people really make it. So many people who are doing what they think is really meaningful work, contributing to Australia, from scientists at CSIRO, a lot of public servants working on really important problems, and getting to know some of them has been a highlight, yeah.
Just like the Sydney Opera House, there was a competition run to get the best design to design the city and the lake. And Walter Burley Griffin, of course, thank you, Walter, for having come up with this. But it was a team effort that not many people know about.
Yeah, his wife, Marion, was very involved and actually did all the drawings that they submitted.
In 1911, Walter Burley Griffin entered this plan, drawn by Marion Mahony Griffin, his architect wife and soulmate in nature, democracy and art, in the international competition for the design of the federal capital for the Commonwealth of Australia.
My understanding is they left her name off because they thought they'd have a better chance of winning.
That's changed, hopefully. Could that have changed by now? So thank you, Marion and Walter, for this incredible space.
And we're both lovers of nature. Most of the suburbs have some sort of nature reserve fairly close, and that was part of their design.
But what I love about it, that it's actually been planned. When you go to Sydney now, let's say, no one's Sydney bashing or anything, but Sydney now, they keep adding bits on, so it's like this chaotic city. Isn't there something nice about a city that's planned?
It certainly has its advantages, and the main parts of Canberra were planned. Obviously the lake was a central feature, but you also see some of the legacy of kind of imposing that design on nature. So a lot of the non-native trees in Canberra are deciduous, and one of the issues with the lake is that a lot of the leaves go into the lake, and there's a build-up of nutrients, which is not good, and you get sort of blue-green algae and all sorts of issues that have pretty serious implications for people's health if they swim.
You're so tuned into your environment and to the world around you. Is that something you brought with you from childhood, and it's not necessarily something that you've gotten into because you're now in Parliament?
Yeah, growing up on a farm, I just had a love of nature and just found it so fascinating, and really enjoyed learning more about it.
How did it feel when you found out that you had got the gig?
Exciting, daunting. It's a huge privilege and also a big responsibility. You want to actually represent the people who've put their faith in you well. And so it's very much, okay, how do we do this? How do we try and maintain the engagement and transparency that we had during the campaign and carry that on to sort of doing the work of representing people in there.
Thank you, David, for giving us some of your time today.
Thanks so much for this. It's been fun.
I loved starting off my walk talking to David. He clearly loves the place, and talking to him has given me a greater perspective of this planned city. Here in Commonwealth Park, Marion and Walter Burley Griffin's ideas about combining the needs of a city with the beautiful natural spaces are on full display. One thing that doesn't feel part of the natural environment is the Captain Cook Memorial Jet, shooting water 152 metres into the air. And you know this fountain, I mean, we all know this fountain, we've seen it before, but I mean, you know, phallic, spraying, come on everyone. And I think we can all enjoy it, can't we? From afar, from afar. What's good on this path is that no matter what's happening, people just make way for one another. As this gentleman, thank you. Weed spraying in progress because you know what? These paths don't look after themselves. Of course, they're looked after. They're monitored, they're manicured, they're taken care of. Ah, yes, here is Sir Robert Menzies' statue, commemorating, you know, the fact that he thought he didn't like Canberra at first. No, he didn't. And then he went, I've got to get to love it, it's the capital. And really worked at getting this lake happening. Wow. Oh, it's got quite the death stare.
On October 17th, 1964, the lake was inaugurated by the Prime Minister of Australia, Sir Robert Menzies.
Because a lake is more than a sheet of water. This is not just a matter of pride for us. This is a matter of national importance.
Now, during COVID, Canberrans took to this lake walk ducks to water. Unbelievable. But the rule was, in Canberra, of course, maybe, clockwise. You could only walk clockwise. Well, Twitter went off. People were complaining, but my car's here. What if I don't go the whole way? I want to be able to walk back. Oh, pandemonium. But at least with Robert, look at him. He's walking, he's using the path, except he's going anti-clockwise. What a rebel. Not me. Sensible Sally goes forwards.
I think that's an interesting thing.
This one piece will make 52 layers.
Watch on mobile devices or the big screen. All for free. No subscription required.
I do love a plaque. It tells you stuff. Menzies and Canberra, this one. Now look, Canberra in the past was dismissed as a place, well, as a cemetery with lights. That's what they used to call it. Or 6 suburbs in search of a city. I mean, it's funny stuff, not saying. And the ruin of a good sheep station. And that's what Menzies thought, and maybe Australians thought that too. But then he got bold. He got ambitious, decided that he would actually try and make it something extraordinary, and he did. And the thing is, his dream has been given shape. That's a quote right here. And if you think about it, it is an extraordinary city. This is not the city of my childhood, that's for sure. It is brimming, exciting, good coffee, you know, the important things. Can you hear those bells? That's where I'm heading to next, up there. This lake is full of surprises. I've come from the bushy Black Mountain Peninsula, through the stately Commonwealth Park, and now I'm headed to a gigantic musical instrument called the National Carillon. I've arranged to meet someone who can tell me about this brutalist tower and the music that comes out of it. Hello, Lynn.
Hello, Julia.
Oh, how wonderful to meet you. Thank you for taking us up. Oh, we're doing a bit of this. I was going to take you by the arm and go for a bit of a stroll up into the... Now, why are we meeting here at this... I mean, we're at the Carillon.
We are at the Carillon,
and,
yes.
But as far as I can tell, where are the steps? How are we getting up there?
Well, this instrument has a lift in it.
You're joking.
Have you ever heard the likes before?
No.
Could you imagine a cello with a lift?
No.
Or a flute with a lift?
Never.
Well, a carillon has a lift.
That is extraordinary.
And also, to boot, it has a dishwasher and a kitchen.
Well, let's all live there. We're moving in.
Voila.
Oh, wow. That is a lift. We're going in a lift. If we don't come back... Oh, well.
After you.
Oh. It's the fanciest music room in the world.
It's wonderful, isn't it?
This is your place of work.
This is my place of work with the best view in Canberra. Have you learned piano before?
Look, I did do it for a year with a pretty tough teacher, I've got to say. And did it turn me off? Well, the short answer is yes. Lynn,
Yes.
it turned me off, unfortunately.
Well, if you come and learn a carillon, which is sort of set up like a piano. So these battens, they're a bit like chair legs. And the top row represents the black keys. The bottom row represents the white keys. OK, so we use fists with a clenched fist and the thumb on the top. Wow. That's how we play. So
I'm going to move up here. incredible because,
this little finger.
How do you train this? You must be bruised when you first started.
You just get used to it. In the beginning, people wore a leather protector.
Did they?
But the instrument has been lightened over the years, so you don't have to do that.
What got you into it? Why did you start?
Oh, there was an ad in the paper, and I read it and I thought, oh. And then I went back and read it again and I said, I can do that.
Oh, of course you can. And that's because you were already a musical person. You learned to play the piano the right way.
Yes, well, it was worded in such a way that you need theoretical skill as well, because you do a lot of arranging for music because the repertoire is not that big, and anything that you want to play on here has to be arranged to suit this instrument.
And how do you know how much it's reverberating out there into Canberra?
That's the interesting part. When you first start, have you ever thought about learning an instrument that you don't really know what it sounds like outside?
Yeah.
But after a while, by recording and going outside and listening, you understand what it is you need to do to create the effect.
And so, Lynn, what happens if you make a mistake? I mean, I don't believe you probably ever do. But if you did make a mistake, I mean, there's a big audience out there around the lake.
Yes, well, when I make a mistake, I'm not too worried about them, but I am worried about what I hear inside, because when you make a mistake on this instrument, the bell sounds, and so it's there with you forever. It seems like forever, you know, if you play. That's a long time for a mistake.
That is a long time for a mistake.
So you just pretend it didn't happen.
Yeah, of course.
And,
it's the way to go. You just move on. I'm all for that.
And sometimes I think I should, as I'm playing and I make a mistake, I should count them and say, oh, today, only 2.
Oh, brilliant.
Or 5.
Only 5. I don't imagine many people can see this happening up here.
No, they think that it's a switch.
Yeah.
Or it's an electronic. And, and is there somebody up there will be the question. So people are usually blown away by this, and so they should be, because it is incredibly unique.
It's very unique, and we're really thrilled that we got a chance to come in here with you, Lynn. Now, Lynn, I'm going to put your teaching skills to the test.
All right. So, 1 fist.
We're going to learn, everybody. It's exciting. 1 fist.
OK. Oh, well, you know notes, don't you? So
no, I don't. Imagine I'm an idiot. How's that?
C, D and E. All right, so I'm going to get you to do this.
You show me first.
Have a go at that.
Was it here or here?
C, C,
okay, yeah.
C. If we don't get it, we'll do it again.
Yes, all right, here we go.
That's what practice is. You have to do it 6 times and then you've got it.
She says that now with confidence.
3, 4. 3, 2. Then 1 a penny. 1 a penny.
Look at how she covered my mistake. You totally covered my mistake. Oh.
That was amazing.
Quite special to get that view up there. I'm now a musician. So far, I've explored some of Canberra's beautiful bush and treated the capital to my musical talents. And now I'm about to head to a special spot, tucked beside the National Gallery of Australia.
I am so enjoying this walk. And I'm now going to meet someone who is going to show me their favourite place to unwind and get away from the hustle and the bustle, especially from their world of
international diplomacy. Yes, I'm going to meet the Japanese ambassador. Hope I don't create an incident. I won't. Here comes a bike. An ambassador on a bike. I like it. I did not expect you on a bike. This is fantastic. Hello.
Hi, Julia. How are you?
Oh, Ambassador Yamagami, this is amazing. Lovely to meet you.
Nice to meet you.
How wonderful. You found a little bit of time in your busy schedule.
Well, I'm just enjoying, this bike to cool down my hot heads.
Oh, you cooled down.
I'm too busy.
I know, I bet. So we're somewhere very special here.
Yes.
Shall we go inside and have a look?
Why not?
Oh, fantastic. Great. It's like a movie.
Sounds like a ninja movie.
Look at this. This is beautiful. Ambassador Yamagami, I had no idea this existed. Can you tell me about this incredible place?
Well, this is called, Fog Wake, and actually, I come here every weekend. Yes. This is a special place to me.
Wow. And this place is called the Fog Sculpture.
Yes.
And who is the artist?
Nakaya, Fujiko, and the Japanese artist. And every time I come here, it reminds me of my hometown in Nagano.
Really? In what way?
Well, I'm come from a town called Karuizawa, and every morning, we have this kind of fog or haze surrounded by mountains, cool weather, and I come here to get homesick.
I love that. Canberra is the capital of fog, really, in Australia. But here, too, this has a very serene feeling to it, doesn't it?
Serenity is the word. Yes, I like it. And actually, that's why, we have long wanted to come to Canberra. After having served in places like, New York City, Hong Kong, and London, my wife and I sort of, get wary of living in big cities. And the pace of life here is really perfect.
And do you not miss the excitement of a London or a New York?
Oh, not at all. I can just go to Sydney or Melbourne. Canberra is in a very, very good location in that regard. You can go to both cities, great cities. But if only Canberra could be connected to those two great cities by high-speed rail.
High-speed?
Yeah, it'll be much better, much better.
I agree.
Yeah.
High-speed rail everywhere.
Yes.
Oh, you are the kings of high-speed rail.
Oh, it will take probably 1 hour, 206 kilometers.
Oh, magic.
That means so many people can easily, come to Canberra through Sydney or could be through Melbourne, and it will dramatically raise the profile of Canberra in the international community.
Finally, I was interested in knowing for you the assassination of Shinzo Abe, a very difficult time for Japan. Did you know him personally, and was it difficult not being there in Japan when this happened?
Well, thank you for your kind words, Julia. And yes, this is a very, very big tragedy to all of us. And who could imagine that kind of heinous crime was committed, in the peaceful Japanese streets? As far as I'm concerned, I knew him well. I used to brief him, when I was in Tokyo, and he's a prime minister who decided to dispatch me here as ambassador.
Really?
So my feelings are very personal, very special.
Yeah. And again, a beautiful place like this, you can come and sit with your thoughts, the good thoughts, the difficult thoughts, as a place to kind of, connect again maybe with Japan and that kind of Japanese spirit.
I'm extremely fortunate to be here because the relationship between Australia, Japan, is expanding, developing at an exponential pace. Our bilateral relationship has never been better. So I'm lucky to be here in Canberra at this particular juncture.
Well, I'm lucky that you're also here at this particular juncture to show me this amazing place. I didn't know.
Oh, thank you.
It's a
Thank you
beautiful
for saying that,
revelation.
Juliet.
It's like another world. It would be incredible here on a really hot day, wouldn't it? Just to find that respite as people have their lunch. Just to get out. There aren't many people now because it's a bit of an overcast day, so maybe people don't want to sit outside, but gosh, it's like a film set. Here's Fujiko Nakaya. An ecosphere. Oh, I love it. What a contrast that you can come from the serenity of that beautiful Japanese fog sculpture garden and then bang, you're right in front of the High Court of Australia, the highest court in the land, if you don't mind. Amazing.
I've travelled 10.5 kilometres and I'm nearing the end of my walk. I've left the tranquility of the sculpture garden behind and now I'm coming up to the Aboriginal Tent Embassy, opposite Old Parliament House. Oh, it's clearing up. Oh, I won't need this anymore, hopefully. Old Parliament House. What are my memories from our high school excursions? Look, the thing is, I can't remember if we went in year 8 or year 10. I don't know if I remember much about the trip. I do, though, remember the sing-alongs on the bus.
Well, may we say, God save the Queen. Because nothing will save the Governor-General.
But I've not come to visit old Parliament House. I've come to check out another political site.
Hi, Gwenda.
Good morning, Julia. Welcome to the Aboriginal Tent Embassy.
Thank you. Thanks for having us. This is great. Shall I step over?
Come over whichever way you want to go.
Watch this.
Yeah,
That's
it.
Years of sports carnival.
Come on in and we'll introduce you to Nyoka and Murray to Cole.
This is the Aboriginal Tent Embassy, set up in 1972 by one of the men was actually my father. He's on this. That's him there.
Is that him there?
Yeah, and they actually came in with an umbrella. That was actually the first tent embassy.
The beach umbrella started it all.
Yeah.
Amazing. Gwenda, when did you first get involved with the Tent Embassy? What's that story?
Okay, 2012. It all started over the issue of Julia Gillard's shoe.
Julia Gillard's shoe? Now, I vaguely remember this story.
Well, what had happened, Tony Abbott had made a comment, something about that the embassy was no longer relevant. Well, he got a rude shock. By the time he got up here by 12 o'clock lunchtime, everyone just started running that way. So, you know, we get over and there's all this security, there's a lot of on the windows and everything, and then and someone says, oh, Julia Gillard's in there. So by the time we've gotten around the side, Julia's been dragged out by a security guard. They dragged her down the stairs. She's lost her shoe at the stairs over there. And then they shoved her in the car and they drove off, but one of the children picked it up. So they rang me up and says, you need to return the shoe. So
how do you return a shoe back into Parliament?
I stand before you as an ambassador of goodwill. I therefore wish to return the shoe that was left behind in the violent commotion created by your security team.
Thank you very much, I appreciate it.
Thank you, Mick.
No worries.
Wasn't Julia Gillard referred to at the time as Gingerella?
Gingerella,
which I loved.
Yeah.
That was a great term, Gingerella. It's such an amazing story, and you know, it's sort of funny and it makes us kind of laugh. But then, what made you kind of stay?
From the 40th anniversary, there was a mandate. That mandate was to go back to your communities, go back and talk up sovereignty. Let's go talk about treaties.
Here at the Aboriginal Tent Embassy, this is the fire for peace and justice, and it's been continuously burning since 1996.
All that time?
Yeah.
This is like our churches.
Yeah.
We didn't have buildings, so the land, the fire, was a part of our spiritual growth and our religious ways.
Absolutely.
I think one of our goals when we was kids, though, is to try and set the alarms off across the road.
Oh, tell me how.
We used to get the leaves and smoke it up so high and then wait for the alarms to go off, and then all the fire brigade would be coming, so that's when we was younger.
Yeah, but you've got to protest how you can, I say.
We're not going nowhere. This site will always be maintained. It's about coming together now and discussing what do we actually need on this site, you know, but who's going to help us do this? We'll do it ourselves. We just need the resources.
Yeah.
And we will build. Yeah.
Thank you.
That was very powerful. So thankful I get to be welcomed there, because we certainly haven't welcomed Indigenous people in this country. But that tent embassy, I mean, we wouldn't have visited that when I was in high school. And Auntie Gwenda says now that more school kids are coming, turning up in buses. I mean, that's great, meeting everyone. But again, what a disruptor in this organised city, in this plan. In a way, it almost belongs there. This is a great spot. Right here, you can see the design in Walter Burley Griffin and Marion Mahony Griffin's design. This line that goes all the way up here, starting with new Parliament House, old Parliament House in front of it, as it was intended, all across here down to the War Memorial, where, you know, when you sit in that office and you look out, and that's what you see, the War Memorial, and that could be the ramifications of your actions and your decisions. It's very sobering. And then, right in front, is the tent embassy being a disruptor, as it should be. It's now actually part of the Walter Burley Griffin design. Incredible. And I'm back at the lake, the centerpiece of Walter Burley Griffin's design. And for a city that's so planned, again, it's the spontaneity of the people and their stories. And I wouldn't have heard them if I hadn't been walking. So yes, everything is in walking distance if you've got the time. And lucky me today, I do.